Alright, welcome back to another video, suspension part 2. So, previous video, I was doing the suspension on the rear. So that's pretty much done. The only thing that's really left is I just need to hook up the brake lines to each side on the rear. But CPP trailing arms, Beltex springs and shocks, diff is in. So 373 posi from Yukon, and full CPP disc brakes on the rear, rotors, calipers, all that good stuff. But we are now going to start on the front. So front, we've got the front crossmember painted. We've got McGoy's drop spindles. I'd have to look at what drop it is. Beltec springs and shocks on the front, and then we got full CPP. This is the brake line for the rear, but CPP, I believe it's brake booster, yeah. So brake booster, full steering kit in here. In this box is the power steering conversion kit. So gearbox, all the linkage, sway bars, end links, all that good stuff. So yep, I'm gonna hop straight into it and try to get this front crossmember mounted up. Alright, so I had to go get even more bolts for the front crossmember. I forgot that I had the old bolts, but I don't want to use the old bolts, so I had to go get all new ones. And so I've got the crossmember raised up. I've got one bolt in, so I'm gonna just finish up tightening these up, and then maybe we'll see how far I'll get tonight. This honestly may just be it for right now, because just going to get these bolts took like an hour. So we'll finish this up and we'll go from there. Okay, get these all tightened up, and then that's done. Alright, so tighten these 4 up, and then once I tighten those up, these 6 actually lined up perfectly. So alright, so got all 14 bolts in, and front cross member is mounted. So probably look into installing the control arms next. Alright, so next day I've got the control arms out. I believe these are just eBay control arms. I don't remember. I need to look back at little parts list. But so we're gonna try to get these control arms on. Yeah, just trying to think if there's anything else I needed, but pretty good quality. It's already got ball joints and everything pressed in, but try to get the uppers mounted first, and then work on getting the lowers with the springs on, and we'll go from there. Okay, I found the little U-bolts that hold the lower control arms in. So I'm debating if we should reuse these or if I should paint them or what. Alright, so I got these painted. Just waiting for them to dry, but in the meantime I'm gonna go ahead and just get the other control arm, or upper control arm on the other side mounted, and then we should be able to put the bottom ones on. Nice. box right here? Do you have your knife on you? Open that white box up.
That one looks a lot smaller on this side.
Yeah.
Maybe flip it.
It looks like it's supposed to go like this.
Yep. Yep.
Hang it from the top first. There it is. Nice. So upper and lower control arms are on, spindles and springs are on. Spindles and springs are on. I found out, so these are McGoy's drop spindles. These are 2.5 drop springs with 2-inch. Oh my god, 2.5 drop spindles with 2-inch drop springs. So roughly the front should be around 4 to 4.5 inch drop on the front, and then the rear, the springs are like 3 to 4 inch. So you know, around 3 to 4 on the rear. So I think the truck naturally should have like a little rake to it, I think. I don't remember though. I'd have to ask my dad. But driver's side's done. Well, kind of done right now. I kind of just have everything hand tight. I'll go back through and tighten everything up. The only thing I'm not sure of is exactly how centered the lower control arm is supposed to be. I don't know if if it's supposed to sit like dead center, or if it's supposed to stick out more in the front like that. But I'll have to ask my dad about that. But the only thing that's really left on this side is to get the shocks mounted up. But I might save those for last. I might go ahead and get the other side put on like this, so that way the only thing that's left is the shocks. So alright, those shocks mounted. But passenger side is done as well. So now I'm gonna see if I have all like the sway bars and tie rods and all that stuff, and then go ahead and throw that on. If not, then we might just end the video here. But alright, so we do have everything as far as for steering. But this will probably be another video, but just to show you what we have. So full CPP steering kit, so sway bar, pitman arm, idler arm. I think it's called, no, this is pitman arm. I think this is the idler arm, I think. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Actually, it probably says right here. It's in fact, yeah, idler arm. Idler arm, pitman arm, sway bar. We've got the inner and outer tie rods, and then we've got the adjusters for the tie rods themselves. So all that's gonna go on next, but that will probably be the next video. In the next video, I need to throw all this on. I need to get the power steering box on. I need to get the rear brakes, or the rear brake line in, and then I also need to go get the rotors, the calipers, make sure we have all the wheel bearings and stuff like that for the front. So next video should be completing everything for the front, and so yeah, make sure you stay tuned. Bye.